clicked the record button and have now said, yo, what up? How's it going, man?
Not much, you. How's it going?
It's good. It's good. Gunhead, huh?
Yeah, I've been branching out a lot into a bunch of other symbols, and it was either something new or another Dobulus, so I went with something new.
I love that. I appreciate it. So, hit me with the elevator pitch. What's going on with your awesome Gunhead list?
Funny numbers.
Ah.
I was looking through I was just looking through the characters, seeing what would be interesting, and I was like, I like the concept of throw, and I think it annoys a lot of people, so I'm gonna do that. And this is what I ended up with. I've been sticking very firmly with a 20-20-20 stat list,
Okay.
and I've been trying to condense and make it make things more I don't know, playable in my mind.
Fair.
I just think that if there's not a lot going on, there's more. It has like more of a better ratio when playing, and so I just keep on trying to keep it within when I'm building decks, I'm trying to keep it within like the same format. The Bakugo list I showed you was the first of that format. This is the second one. The Dobby one I did a couple days ago is the third one, which I'll probably do later this month and see where
Fair
it could use
enough.
work.
Alleyway ambush. What is going on there, my guy? What is up with alleyway ambush?
Nobody runs it, but I see a lot of was it Frog and Crow takedown, because it ignores progressive difficulty. I'm like, well, this does the same thing basically. And so I'm using it as like an end. Like, I play a bunch of attacks, and then if I just check a 5, it's easy dubs. Like, it's that extra damage. It's wasting a lot of resources at the end of something big. And I feel with Gunhead and with like throw, it's you're either taking the throw or blocking for half damage, and I'm gonna keep up that pressure, and then boom, nobody suspects the 4 high for 5.
You're right. Nobody will expect it. You're absolutely correct. Okay, doing just a smidge of looking here. So this is interesting because like his form and enhance is like really, it's interesting because it's like, it almost feels like it should be backwards, right? It feels like my throw attack should get the damage and then my non-throw should get the speed, so that they're like useful.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at like what matters here, right? Because like you're kind of wanting your alleyway ambush or your cannon blast to get minus difficulty but plus speed. It's interesting. So I'm just doing a little bit more looking.
Yeah, no problem.
So here is the next question, right? What do you want me to doctor? What is my goal here now then?
To be honest, I am kind of iffy about my foundation list. I know that there are some like key things that work really well just for on the symbol and with the character, or like being able to refill just even a card with passing the torch, the protection with wall cling. I feel like I'm using Glamorous a lot in my decks that I can, because it's like, oh, well, it's a free unflip. And there are some cards that, in theory, I think work or will work, like rescue completed and stuff like that. I'm not sure on my foundations, but I also like I don't know how to. I'm sorry. Like I feel comfortable with the foundations, but I don't feel like it's optimized
That's fair.
enough, or like I'm missing something, or like a key card is like, wow, that actually works really well.
Yeah, that's totally fair, man. Okay, so I got some stuff for you. All right, let's talk about the attacks first. First and foremost, you missed overhead reversal in your throw choices. Any particular reason?
No.
Fair. It says it just lets you build
I
in
think it was more of
a thing, right? It lets you do the thing.
yeah. But I don't know how many zero dis I'm running.
Fair, which I mean I've added in battle resolve and floating around my babies as options for you, as well as you only have 2 release in your main board, and we're probably gonna fix that.
Okay.
Up next we've got childhood friends. If we get to add in things like overhead reversal, you've got back alley haymaker and creeping vine eruption that are that have gunhead symbols, right?
Yeah.
Like life, earth life, and now this has earth life. So it's possible this is a choice of block, lift back up my cool move, right?
Yeah.
Home run comet is one of the coolest things that you can give -3 difficulty plus 3 damage, but we don't have a ton of charge high attacks, right? We have a high attack here, high attack here. This is not a charge. This is a high attack. This is not a charge. This is a charge. And so like the home run comet is like neat to give the -3 difficulty to play as like your 4th card if somehow your 6 hand size character draws 5 attacks or whatever. It's very neat. This is another one of those things that feels very good giving the minus difficulty to. And then the +3 speed. I play a back alley haymaker. I say that my next one gets -3 difficulty. My next my next throw attack gets. All right, never mind. Just kidding. That doesn't even work. Why is the character so backwards? Its character is just actually backwards. Okay, never mind. And then these cards are just not good. Just kidding. We'll just get rid of both of them. That sucks. Yeah, I guess now we get to talk about just like good life things, right? You only have the 2 releases in your deck. Encouraging Training Partner is an insane card when it comes to like resetting stats, right? And then Floating Around My Babies is going to take all your throws, like these 6 damage throws, and they're going to make them just a little bit heavier, right? And then with like reverse throw, you get to like self-sacrifice once and then Floating Around My Baby once and feel fine. The only issue is you do lose those 3 cards. And so, like, how much value does that really have? But you do get to make things very fast with your character. Enhance commit, your throws get to be very fast. So, given the plus
I think
damage
fast is good because I'm like I can't talk today. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
I like the concept of fast because I don't think besides like things like Faith Shield or just I don't want to play that defensive. I want to hit really hard and then I have the defensive option if I don't hit hard enough.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. That's super fair. What's up with 4+ ultras? What do you got going on here?
Funny numbers again. Just discarding momentum and it's just bigger or better. Or both.
Have bad news.
It's not that great.
This is not a set 1 character. This is a set 2 character. See his the little red UA? This is only playable if you are in the set 1. If you look at the bottom left of Plus Ultra, it's got a little white UA.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And it's the exact opposite when it comes with aiming for number 1. I think that's the name of the foundation. It's got a little red UA. There's like the way that you can tell the difference.
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that. So that's fine.
They're gone. Yeah, if we want to play that, we have to play Evade and Copy for just for the block. Like that's fine. But this card is also not great, truthfully.
I know.
Yeah.
It was in the original list, and it's like I just moved it to the side. Same with a Precious Lesson.
You do still have double Precious Lesson in the deck.
Yeah, it was at 3. I just moved one over.
So I am a famous Precious Lesson hater in everything but Momo. I don't like this card in a lot of decks. I think inside of Momo it's like a snap 4 of. But I think as like a 1/4/3 mid block rebuild a thing, it does not feel amazing. I'd rather have like other options, right? Especially because like we are already playing Face Shield Release and Wall Cling, right? As all 4 and Neutrino Method, all as 4 diffs. So like adding 2 extra 4 checks, sorry, not 4 diffs, 4 checks, does not feel great to me personally. What are your thoughts on that? Odin? Did I lose you? Is he gone? Chat, can you guys hear me?
Oh, it's me. Sorry. There's a thunderstorm warning, and I think it's messing with my connection.
Oh no. Did you hear the things that I said?
A lot of 4s.
You got a lot of 4s.
I'm
And then my thought is, what is your thought on a Precious Lesson?
Yeah. I thought it as more of like a utility with things like release. If I'm like destroying foundations, I can flip, have have that extra one if I need it.
You're right. You're totally right. It in tactic with release and self-sacrifice is really, really good. I'm just nervous about the 4 check. That's really it.
Yeah.
Like there aren't any other cards inside of your kit that destroy things, right? Like your attack lineup doesn't destroy things. It's just these 6 foundations. Right? I guess Rescue Completed also destroys. Someone with style destroys a card. Okay. So there's some more stuff happening there. So I guess we can keep it. Let's looking at our blocks. Our mid blocks are a little sus. And so being able to put in things like the Battle Resolve in order to do stuff, putting in, you only have a single copy of Tight-Lipped? Oh, I think I probably put these into your sideboard as opposed to you. Because they're 1-ofs and at the very bottom. I think I probably did that.
Tight-Lipped was a card I was looking at, but then it was like, it's only 1. So how much of a difference is it really going to make compared to like with my character or with enhancing or even with Cannon Blast?
Tight-Lipped is good in every spot in the game, right? It's good.
But then again, it's +1, it's flipped, and then it's a. Sorry, my internet's struggling again.
You're good. The thing is this card says you can flip any foundation, right? And so it in tactic with self-sacrifice says that you can flip anything you want for +2 damage. Flip anything you want and then destroy that thing. In conjunction with Rescue Completed, these 3 cards, Tight-Lipped, Rescue Completed, Self-Sacrifice, says any move you want gets +1 speed, +2 damage by Commit Destroy.
Okay. So
I think you play like 3 and you feel fine.
Yeah.
Right? And currently we're still missing one mid block. We can either put in the 3rd Precious Lesson or we could put in like an encouraging training partner if you're determined to have 20-20-20.
What's the block on Childhood Friends?
Childhood Friends is
also unique. Oh, okay. I I'd prefer the 2020,
Mm-hmm.
but like again, I'm also here to optimize the deck. So if we have to break those boundaries, I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
I am. How many times have you played this deck?
Sorry,
Say it again.
sorry, what was that?
How many times have you played this deck?
Uh, I haven't played this deck at all.
So I think starting at 2020 is a totally fine thing to do, and then get like a feel of how the deck wants to play, how the deck wants to flow together, and then from there you can like make more choices, right? So I think like this being the very first initial look at the deck, and then making changes from there is probably like a totally fine thing to do. To the point where like if you like floating or childhood friends, we could take out like an observant student, right? Toss us down to a 3 of, put childhood friends into at the 1 of, and now we still get to keep our 2020 line, and now we've added an extra card, right? Observant student's not insane in your deck because
Yeah,
it only gets to flip and look. We're not playing things like frog lashing or ways to really clear the card pool. Like we've got 0 gravity lift, but that's it, right? And the only card we're allowed to pick up is Cannon Blast anyway, because that's the only ranged we have. So like the Deadlock Enhance isn't even necessarily live.
yeah. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Excuse me. 4 face shields. How you feel about that?
Uh, I just assume 4 of the attack, 4 of 4 of the foundation.
I love it. Can I convince you to play double Creeping Vine Eruption and then double Overhead Reversal? You can tell me no. It's your deck.
No, I think that's okay.
Okay.
Cause with like even I don't know why I would do this, but even if I say wanted to hold the back alley for some reason, then I still have the option to get a 0 diff with overhead.
Correct. And as Volky pointed out, we only have 5 difficulty moves in our deck. And so this is a
Yeah.
4 diff. So I'm trying to make your curve just slightly cleaner, you know?
I have a really bad. I don't even like. I'm really bad at that, and that's why I like doing these. Cause like I have like the attack list. And I'm like, yeah, the attacks look good, and then again in this situation, it's like, yeah, it's all 5 diffs. Wasn't my intention. It was just that the lineup is nice.
Yeah. I mean, what this says here, right, is like as Gunhead, like when you're deck building, right, and this is for everybody, not just you. I want you to think about like what's my perfect line. What's the coolest thing I can do in my deck, and it's probably something along the lines of back alley haymaker into overhead reversal, commit Gunhead into reverse throw, into creeping vine eruption, into 0 gravity lift as a 4 diff, right? So it's on a 5, on a 5. And then on a 7 -3, so it's on a 4. On a 5, on a 5, on a 4. I played my 3 attacks. If I roll 5s, I don't commit anything.
On a 5 again.
Well, ambush only works if there's five cards in my card pool.
Yeah.
And so ambush has to be the 6th card that you play in order to not count as progressive, right? Otherwise, it's just a 5 damage move, 5 diff that you can just slam.
On that note, maybe we also do 3 reverse throw and go up and overhead.
3 reverse throw and go up.
3 overhead.
This is changing our block zone numbers. We're now at 21, 2019. The thing that we, yeah.
But overall, during the combat step, there's more consistencies for the longer plays of attacks.
You're right.
And then we also cut down on the 4 checks, so it's also more comfortable.
Well, we haven't cut the 4 checks down yet because we still got the double presence lesson in because you liked that card.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And I
Oh.
want to include an extra release, and I want to cut face shield down to at least a 3 of, right? Like we could put face shields down to a 3 of and put this up to a 3 of. We didn't lose anything, right? Forecheck wise, but like we certainly made the deck a little more stable.
Like I said, the 2020 isn't like I'm not gonna like it's not the end of the world.
Fair. The next thing I have to say is like I don't love high value target at a 3 of. I think this is the world's best 2 of all time. And then we could play something else. The life symbol just doesn't want to play a bunch of low blocks, right? It just on its foundations, its best moves are all highs, right? Like I don't see why we're not playing 4 Excited for Blood in our throw deck. We're always going to hit them. We should always be drawing cards. We've got the life to pay for it. We got 28 life. We want to be as big of a hand size as possible. Even if it's like we play 3 Excited for Blood and then like 3 Passing the Torch, right? Right, this just like doesn't commit us. We can even keep the 4 Passing. But it's your choice, man. What are you thinking?
No, 3 Excited's fine.
3 Excited.
That's
put our
that's something
deck
I
still at 60.
looked over.
Um,
It's something I looked over. It was more of like I always look at the second effect for Excited for Blood over the first effect.
oh, the flip
Like
game
the
for?
drawing. Yeah. Versus the drawing.
The drawing the card is the nuts part, right? But the thing about Excited for Blood is like it on itself says I'm allowed to activate the bottom ability twice and then flip the top and be good with it, right? I can get just a free draw 2 out of it and then have not paid anything, right? The only time I can go quote negative with the card is if I don't get a chance to respond with the card, right? I flip it by some other means, it gets flipped by some other means, or you die before you get a chance to respond flip, right? But like you get to
every
play
time
that
I
card
look
twice.
at it, every time I look at it, I just think we have super regeneration at home because the first effect.
Fair.
And I completely forget that. Hey, it's also card advantage, and it also works in this way.
Yeah, for sure. I think though this might be the place to start. This might be what we should start with. Thoughts? Anything that you disagree with or hate?
No.
No?
I think that I'm going to probably on my own time some other time. Like look at the other cards you put in the sideboard and try and play test it, but then also consider the other options.
Yeah,
and
for
kind
sure.
of mess around with it later.
For sure. Especially because we have Back Alley Haymaker and Overhead Reversal. I think adding in more copies of things like Battle Resolve, Floating on My Babies is going to be good for you because right now we only have Tight Lipped and Release as our options, right? We only have 6 targets for our 7 cards that build in 0 diffs, right? Luckily this card also draws a card, but even on Saturday when I was playing Overhead Reversal at a 4 of in my deck, there were times where this card was a blank 4 damage throw with a bad block, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think this is good for now. And then, like I said, it needs some battle wounds first, and then go from there.
I completely agree. All right, man. Well, I will say thank you for the support over on Patreon. I greatly appreciate it. I will
Always.
shoot you the deck list, and you have a good rest of your night, okay?
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
All right. Stay safe. Peace.
You too. Peace.